what the rich do that you don't. What is the one thing that the rich people do that will keep them rich that you don't do? How come the rich seems to keep getting richer while you're still struggling to save money at the end of each month? The only thing that separates you from the wealthy is what you do with the money you receive. And by nature, your intuition tells you to spend money and reward yourself because you really deserve that after all the work you've done. Buy some new clothes or get that new TV as the old one is not big enough anymore, and then complain at the end of the month that you don't have any money to save. The reason you're still broke and can't seem to find wealth is because you don't look for it. You think you want wealth, but you don't act like it. George S. Clason, the author of The Richest Man in Babylon, compares the richest man in the village, Arkad, to a poor but hardworking man named Bansir. Arkad and Bansir were the same age, grew up in the same neighborhood, under similar circumstances. Arkad didn't work harder than Bansir, nor was he superior in anything he did, yet he had more money than he had time to spend it, and as time went by, his wealth only grew larger. Bansir, on the other hand, was only just getting by despite working hard for years. The difference between the two is that Bansir rewards everybody else with his money, thinking he rewards himself. He gives his money to the shoemaker, the tailor, and the jewelry clerk, and what's left after that, if any, will he save. Bansir is nothing less than a well-paid slave that exchanges his time for money, and his habits of spending money will never make him wealthy, but instead put him in more poverty with higher expenses to pay for. Arkad, however, always pays himself first before paying anyone else. He knows that a part of what you earn is yours to keep. Pay yourself at least 10% of what you earn, no matter your income. Arkad is truly rewarding himself by making sure to pay himself first, and those 10% doesn't make a big difference, and he can still spend money on pleasures. For every year that goes by, Arkad's wealth is growing without him having to work for it. By paying yourself first, you will plant a seed that will grow if you keep nurturing it. Take care of it and be consistent, and it will grow by itself, allowing you to eventually rest in the shadow of it. The growth is exponential, and when you've done it consecutively over time, it will only grow bigger and faster. This is known as compound interest, and Albert Einstein was quoted saying, "Compound interest is the most powerful force in the universe." And once you reach the stage where the return of your investment is greater than or equal to your expenses, you have reached financial freedom. You're no longer exchanging time for money, you're no longer working for money, but money is working for you. And you can reach this stage quicker if you keep expenditures down, even when your earnings increases. Again, by nature we tend to spend more as we earn more, but if you defy this way of thinking, you will be on a highway to becoming financially independent. The one thing the rich do that they know is that part of what you earn is yours to keep. Make that a habit every time you earn money, and wealth is inevitable. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed the content, subscribe to keep yourself prime.